it takes effort. And the first thing you should have when you start a business is a vision. No, you should have an understanding what you want your business to do for you. You should have an understanding on what is the importance on what services or sales targets that the this business has. And for me, I recommend that anybody that looking to start a business start with a business plan.
Right.
People say, "Oh, business plan is very technical." I don't understand the logistics of a business plan. That's not how a accountant would do. Nah, this is your business. You don't understand how your business operates. From the
Right.
smallest one to the biggest one. A business plan is nothing technical, and I guess the core of a business plan is like what you project that you can make, as opposed to estimate what your losses are. So it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much projection. No, you also have an idea of what if you're selling a product, how much you can retail for, what your competition is like, that sort of information. But to do a
Right.
business plan is nothing hard. It's as simple as going on www.google.com. I type
Uh,
in free business plan writer. That's it.
right.
Easy as
Yeah.
that. And you will
Yeah.
find the easiest of business plan writers. It'll ask you for questions. It will ask you questions real
Mm-hmm.
easy, type in your amount and so on, and what range you're looking for, and it pretty much prepares one for you. It's nothing hard. It's
Okay.
nothing, and that I think is the first step for me to recommend to anybody. The first step would be to create a business plan. Start with a business
Okay.
plan, have an idea of what your model is going to be like,
Right.
because we as and this might not even necessarily only be for black business, but we as business people or business minded people feel in that area because we don't have the vision. We might start a business, or you might find something as a hobby, and you find out you're good at it, but you can't get operated as a business because you fall into the trap of doing something and then not being 100% behind it. So the first step, create that business plan, have a model of what you're looking to do, have an
Mm-hmm.
idea of what it is, and so on. If you there's a wealth of knowledge on the internet. If you don't understand how a business structure is operated and so on, ask a question, Google it, search for it, anything like that. But first step, understand how your business operates.
Right. Okay. Well, you gave us a lot of information that we can uh, ingest and digest. But let me say this: one of the number one, well, I would say the number one issue that stems from black businesses not really getting off of the ground, that you say you need a solid business plan and a vision and mission and all of these sorts of things.
Yeah.
No, what we have to understand is that this lends to something else, which would be education.
Mm-hmm.
Entrepreneurship was something that was being pushed, I would say, probably just before I was about to exit secondary school. When I was in school, the onus was go to school, get an education, and then get a job, a good job
Mm-hmm.
at a reputable business. Then, obviously, jobs became an issue, and certain markets were being saturated with too many people. We were pushing out a lot of very educated minds out of the Barbados Community College, out of the University of the West Indies. Shift went from getting a job to entrepreneurship. And I can tell you that many people in Barbados, and we are speaking about students from secondary to tertiary levels, do not know what is the process of moving from, okay, I want to start a business. How do I go about registering a name? How do I go about securing funding for this business venture? How do I go about getting the materials necessary? It depends on if it is a high cost startup type of job, sorry, a type of business, or if it is just something that you can spend a couple $100 and get moving. So, we have to attack it from all areas. And I understand where you are coming from because you are within a sector that you deal with small business loans on a regular or really day-to-day basis. All right. So we have to start there. The next thing that I would like to say is that we get intimidated about starting a business. We get intimidated by market situations, who is controlling the market, who really controls the pricing, etc. But when I really sit down, I think about it, Kita, Black people are who you really interact with on a day-to-day basis for any wide range of services. For example, Oran Limited. Oran Limited is a widely known white-owned business and white company.
Correct.
However, the people on the front line are black people. Whether it is the persons you go into to find out if you can have a window built for a particular area of a home that you build in, if it is accounting, if it is the delivery guys who are gonna bring the stuff to you, it is always black people who you are going to interact with. And what you said is important, and it lends to what I'm saying, because we need to have a more holistic approach to the business that we are involved in. We need to be a little hungrier for information in terms of how does this business operate, how do these people control such a heavy and a wide market. And it's just like, how do they do it? It feels almost like if it's unfathomable, but it is something that we need as a people to educate each other. We can't do everything on our own. That's the next thing. We have to
No, no,
understand that every single thing we can't
yeah,
do it on our own. We
no.
need
Here's the thing.
information from people.
Here's the thing. You're absolutely correct.
Right.
No, I wish that times were different, and we guess we could talk it into existence or put just into existence, but a part of your secondary school syllabus should be the basics of this sort of thing, which is this
Hmm.
start business, starting a business in Barbados, how difficult it is, or what are the ways to go about starting a business in Barbados. No, I know most people might not understand the logistics of starting a business as it pertains to the paperwork and that sort of stuff, and it is more technical or less well, it's more technical than just writing your name on a document or creating a business name. It
Uh-huh.
involves you might have to fill out you might have to go to the corporate intellectual properties office, which we more likely call CIPO, CIPO.
Hmm.
This is in Bilbao Towers and Warrens,
Uh-huh.
where you go to register your businesses and so on. There's form. There's also a website, so you can find this information online on their website with all the forms to complete to register a business or start a business. But this is
Hmm.
just if you are at that stage. They got levels to this. You understand me?
Yeah, definitely.
You got understand what your business is going to do and like what time period as to how your business is going to grow over time. No, I understand everything you just said, right? And it goes
Hmm.
back to school. You might learn a trade in school. You might learn a skill, and you go to polytechnic or become a car repairman. Let's say you don't
Hmm.
body work, you're the body work man, and you might get good at it. You want to start your own little shop at home. You don't know who to approach for financing. You don't know what direction to go, and it may not be enough fault of yourself that you don't understand what direction it is to how to start a business in that area. You might just be like, yo, Ice Kirk, and I got a business, and I got a little garage, and everybody know me as Kirk, and people can come and pay you in cash as Kirk, but they got the importance is registering your business and building our brand. No,
Right.
I talk about vision and I talked about creating a business plan and that sort of thing. But there's also a key part any business is marketing and branding. People can know you by your work and what's not. But if we go back to our last podcast episode with Andrew, the head thing that Andrew was talking about from Andrew from Trinidad Cuts, big Andrew from Trinidad Cuts. But the last thing that Andrew, or one of the major points of what I took from what Andrew said is branding means a lot to his business. Branding
Right.
is a lot. Branding is everything. Branding, his small little things make a difference. So something like a scissors with his logo on it, that sort of thing. And that's just the marketing aspect. But you gotta get out there. You gotta market yourself. You gotta let your name be known. People got businesses and don't want to walk out with branded shirts, that sort of thing. You gotta get out there. Business
Uh-huh.
card. Have a business card on you at all times. Be confident in your business enough to talk about it at any point in time. You could go to the beach and talk about your business. You can go anywhere and talk about your business. You gotta believe in your business.
Right.
You can't start without believing in your business. And
Yeah,
a
we
lot of
got
people
we got
don't.
somebody. We have somebody. Sorry for cutting you off there, Keita, but Kasky underscore living 101 says, please don't forget to speak about small business and lack of customer service skills. Oh, I definitely have notes about that. We are definitely going to touch that. But right now, what we are trying to focus on or hone into for the first few minutes is helping people to understand the intricate details behind creating a business model, having a business plan, a vision, and a mission for your business. And understanding that it is more than just registering a name and so on. Because, like you said, with the bodywork guy, he might not be keeping a detailed record of business in, business out, money coming in, money going out, so that he can find out whether or not he is actually turning a profit for the hours that he puts in, for materials that he purchases,
Correct.
and so on and so forth. So there's really a lot to this thing, that what I'm saying, to what my point of view is that we are not taught these things. It is not second nature to us. It is not something that we know at like the back of our hand. And in order for
Correct.
entrepreneurship to really soar in a country where that jobs are becoming more and more redundant, less and less available, more and more difficult to come by, you have to have a real understanding of how can you go about making a daily living from this
From
actual
your work.
business that you're doing.
And what you say that making a daily living and making a profit from what you're doing. Because
Right,
if you make a daily living, that's one thing, but you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. You want to make a
right.
profit. You want to save, and that's important along going down the line. No,
Mhm.
I understand and I agree with most of everything that has been said. I even agree with the customer service aspect, and that's
Uh-huh.
very important as a business owner. You got to understand each time that you speak to a customer or someone, it could potentially be a customer, and it's important when it comes especially to like marketing, because each time you
Mhm.
speak to someone, you are speaking not, you might not even know that you're speaking on behalf of the business, but you're speaking on behalf of the business.
Right.
Because nobody ain't gonna look at your shop door and say, yeah, this is the business. You are the business. You are the
That's a
owner.
fact.
You are the proprietor. You are the business. You're the person that's
Right.
making it happen. Customer service is a big thing in Barbados. We know how poor it could be. We ain't no dollar. We know it could be poor.
Mhm.
It can
Yeah.
get real bad. But it starts when people lock in small people skills, soft skills,
Soft
speaking to
skills. Yeah.
people, understanding the nature of a conversation, what lane it getting done, um, understanding
Mhm.
not everything that somebody talks low to you. It doesn't mean that it's a complaint, or that somebody actually know, and you don't have to meet it with the same aggression. That sort of thing, small things like that. People need to,
Right.
I guess, get on board with. But what I can say is that um, being a small business owner from the get go, it's tough. Any
Mhm.
business, any business is a challenge, but if you have the right mindset from the get go, it is very possible. I've seen people start from selling clothes in the back of their car at
Mhm.
ED, be one of the top brands in businesses locally. I've seen
Right.
people do all of this has been through mindset. Mindset
Right.
plays a
And I've
major
seen it.
part in any business.
Yeah, I've seen that, as well as we could go even a little further down the line, because sometimes we often forget. We think that a business means that you have to be in a building. There are guys over there that sell fruits, for example. I remember we passed this guy in I think they call it their King Garden, coming from dwellings going towards it, if you
Mhm.
wanted to head to Baby's Lane, and he would
Yeah,
be picking up
can't
on the
hurt
left hand side, and he would be selling stuff out of his little car at that point in time. Then I saw him step up to a little Suzuki van, and the store got bigger and bigger over the time that I remember or I recall passing every now and again. And what we have to, and like you said, he has
So
to understand that his
what do you
business is
think?
just him.
But what do you
Go ahead,
think
go ahead.
that what do you think that a business like that grows?
Well, it definitely has to be the fact that he is consistent, because he has to appear in order for people to get accustomed to him being in the area, and he
Mm.
has to choose an area that is densely populated or where he can be seen, because that area is always caught off with traffic.
Right.
So when
So
people see him, they're going to get
well,
familiar with him,
yeah.
and then it's going to help the business to grow.
Right. Whilst I understand, whilst that is cool, and everything. It also goes back to service. Nobody's gonna come and
Right.
buy stuff from him on a consistent basis if he's not offering a certain level of service, if he's not being polite to his customers, being one of his clientele, speaking probably in a manner where is perceived as calm or friendly, because
Hmm.
a lot of people like to sell stuff and rush you, or sell stuff and give you a mess up for the tone. But that and he's gonna grow once he continues along that lane and understanding what his customers are looking for and what his
Hmm.
customers need. You
All
know,
right, Ricky said something here that I find a lot of entrepreneurs make their first couple of dollars and all of a sudden go into a different mode and mindset. Meanwhile, competition passing you, and you think you air quotes made it. No, we all know that. We I think that's something that we can definitely touch as well. But we trying to build up on a situation here because Keita was speaking on consistency, the customer service. You also got to remember when you're buying food stuff, presentation is a very big deal. You got to understand that if your fruits and your display does not look attractive, people are not going to even consider coming to your store to make any purchases.
and here we go right back to marketing and advertising.
Right.
Marketing is key. Advertising is key. Getting your name out there is one thing, but getting a good name out there is something else. No, getting your name out there is simple. Well, not I would say simple, but getting your name out there is something that's manageable. Something that
Uh,
can be done. There's nothing. There's nothing that's impossible. Getting your name out there, advertising, boards, email blasts, WhatsApp blasts, that sort of stuff is easy. Targeted ad,
and
that
all
sort of
that's
stuff,
free. And all that's free now.
and that is mostly free. Well,
Yeah.
monthly cost of buying actual business cards or putting up flyers or whatever, but
Right, yeah. But we
that's
mean,
generally
yeah,
about
we mean
social
just
media and that sort of stuff
forwarding
is
stuff.
free,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But in business, you always have to have a customer. Because customer is who makes you your money. That's what makes you the business, and that's one important fact that anybody that has the business should always understand. It's not that the customer is always right, but the customer is always the customer.
Right.
That's one of the core or the most important values of business. The customer is always the customer.
But let
Customers
me
who
tell you this
making
though,
you the
Kita,
money.
and let me add to what you were saying. If we all at some point, whether we are a business owner or we are a person working for a company or a business, we all at some point become a customer. So it is easy, it is simplistic, it is realistic to get into the mentality to say, you know what? When I put forward myself as a business or a brand or whatever, let me give to people what it is that I would want from myself. You understand? I think
Yeah,
that that's one of the
but
simplest things that you can
that's
go through.
easier said than done for most people. That's the thing.
Well, I guess.
People look at businesses as alternative for working for somebody. I working for myself. That's how I see it. I work for myself. I making my own money. I set my own rules. I work my own hours.
Uh-huh.
And it's
Uh-huh.
not that. It is not that. And it could never, for a successful business, it could never be that. You
Mm.
understand? Yeah, I understand you working for yourself. Yeah. But making your own rules, yeah. But doing things in your time or not fulfilling requests within a specific time for business, all that destroys your reputation. And a reputation for business is a very, 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 very important factor. And then on
Right.
the type of business that you enter, your reputation can be destroyed like nothing. It
Right.
doesn't matter, your reputation can be destroyed.
So
Um,
in other words, we have to expect black business owners to have a high standard and a high accountability situation where in order for your business to grow and
yeah,
maintain growth, because it is okay, sometimes it's very difficult to get momentum, but then when you get that momentum, just like what Ricky Bobby said, you can begin to have a mentality that you've made it, so you no longer have to keep
quit
applying the
being
same.
complacent.
Right. You don't have to any longer put the same energy and effort and emphasis behind what it was that you did before to get
But
your
Chad,
business
but Chad,
moving around.
let
Hmm.
whoever look at thing like this. Look at busy, right? Or look at Cole and then man
Uh-huh.
that I the perceived talk, right? Them men
Yeah.
still do what they gotta do every day and get and those are people that those same people will perceive have made it. Those
Right.
people still
Right.
get every day and do what they have to do to make their business meet.
Right.
And those
So in
are
other
the
words, and they
so
don't
when
have
are
to be
you
there. They don't
as
have to be
I
there.
why are you a small man that think that you
Uh-huh.
made this amount of money and think that you're so successful for a short period of time, think that you've made it? It's impossible.
It
It's
is.
impossible.
It
You have
is.
to
It is a
once again,
mentality. Is a flaw within the mentality of us as a black people. You know,
yeah,
when you, as I said, when you see a bit of momentum, you see a modicum of success, all of a sudden your mentality changes. You start breaking away from what you did in order to gain the momentum, and and it backfires in the long run. So it is something that you need to wake up every day. So just like you said, Carl Williams and Busy Williams has multi-million dollar companies. They do
okay.
not have to wake up on mornings at 6 o'clock and decide that they are going to visit a location. They have long
Okay.
past that stage. But
So where are
because it
we
is
being
so
complacent?
but because it is so driven in them, that's the reason why. You know, they're gonna it's like habit. So it has to become a mental habit. You know, the same way you get it every day, you go to the gym and you get into a habit where that when you don't get to the gym, you'll be upset with yourself. You have to get into a mental state of mind that every day you are going to give 100%. Even and you have to understand that every day is not going to run the same. Every day you're not going to make the same amount of money. Some days it will be less, some days it will be more. But the mentality needs to be I am going to continually give the best that my brand can continually grow. And you have to understand too, negative feedback is something that you have to embrace and basically grow from, you know. And that goes into something that I also want to challenge us as consumers. We have to stop allowing negative comments to always be the narrative or the controlling narrative of
Correct.
black businesses. If it is that I go to Kita and Kita, you have a cake business, and let's say I patronize you for
Key the
my
skates.
daughter's birthday.
Call it key the skates. Key the skates.
Kita's Kids, Kita's
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah.
I gone to Kita's Kids. We had a good interaction. You get the cake to me on time. Everything was good. I cut the cake and my daughter eats it and she tells me, well, Daddy, I don't like this cake. I don't like the taste of it. The fact of the matter is I don't have to go to your
They,
website
you
where that
know,
you will
come
give
back to me and
feedback,
tell me.
and I don't have to tell you anything. What I can do is next time I'm looking for a cake for whoever's birthday, I seek out another black business owner that does cakes. We have to stop with all, and I'm not saying that we don't call out these people, because let me tell you something, we can get down in the nitty-gritty of it, because I love how my people stand up against Boatyard and that and NASCO and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. We can talk about that is in a minute, but
Mhm.
what we have to do is build up each other and understand that if there is one body falling short, let's move on to somebody else. We don't need to stick in this particular position. If you didn't have a bad experience with a person, I don't see a need for you to carry a negative tone towards their business. Maybe your taste just isn't theirs. But I feel like we have to just seek out other businesses, rather than just automatically throwing up our hands and saying, okay, I can't find nothing that suit me. So boom, you go over to this, like for example, Foster's, because we all know Foster's is a well-known bakery in Barbados and it is white owned. Okay.
Mhm.
So I want people. And you know, you sent me something earlier too, and I think that we should alert the people of that. I was gonna speak tonight about creating a website to have black-owned businesses registered and having a star rating as well as comment section for each place. So I was gonna ask
Not
any
about it,
person
dear.
who's out there that are good with websites and creating and everything. And this could even go to Ramal as well, or big up Ramal there in the background, making sure that the life control clean and everything
Sure.
is good to everybody. I want people to understand that when it is that it is like, oh, I can't find a black business for this. You know what? Let me find a website. Let's create a website where that you can go and you could type in hardware and boom, you got a black one business hardware store, or more than one, that is eligible for you to go to and patronize. We gotta get some serious with this thing because our dollar is what's important. It's the only thing that keeps us in the situation, and we gotta learn how to spend it. We gotta spend it with one another. We need to stop finding excuses to not spend it with each other. We have to stop with the mindset where, oh, well, Keith, I can't spend my money because I see that I start patronizing with him, and all of a sudden he got a car. That is the type of mentality we need to get away from.
But once you
So
say that,
that
right,
so
Todd? But when you say that,
uh
right, Rico just means raise a serious topic as it pertains to that.
oh,
No,
I didn't see that.
nah, it ties into that because the thing is about businesses, right, and business owners. As soon as they make a little money, right, they're
Oh,
going to invest.
uh-huh.
They're going to
Yeah,
invest in a major purchase like a car. So then that not,
right.
might not necessarily be beneficial for the business at that point in time. Instead
Mm-hmm.
of investing money back into the business, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you might have a business that sells cakes or whatever. You have a
Right,
good Christmas period because you sell a million black cakes and you make a lot of money from black cakes. Instead of
right,
investing that money into back into the business, let's say to buy additional pans to do different things
right.
at different time of the year,
Probably a better
buy
mixer
additional
or
stuff,
something.
or
Mm-hmm.
even like you might be selling from home and you say, well, I would really like to get this business at a different location or start something at
Right.
a different location where it would ease up the home or whatever and have a branding. You can go and invest and say, you would make this our money. I can go and buy
A
a car.
personal truck. We're
I
going
go
buy a
buy a car
truck.
for I go buy a car for NASCO. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I didn't get
Yeah,
into
tell you
that.
that's what, but no, I want we talk about it cause we gonna talk about it tonight. So you could
Right?
bring it in. No, talk, man. Talk the things. Cause I
Right.
gonna call
But
them name tonight.
But here's the thing, right, Chad? We are business owners here, like people in that of that nature. The first thing they gonna want to do is invest and buy a car. So then that might not
Mm,
necessarily profit then
right.
or do anything for the
Or
business. But
bringing money back into the business. Correct.
and you're not established or you have not established yourself as a strong brand. You in a Foster's bakery. You in these people of those successful mindsets would never of those steps. And we might look at it somehow. We making money. We know all we can make money for we do this. No, this is
Mm,
a business, and if you want a successful business, you can't go down that direction from the get go.
right.
No,
Right. So,
no.
so yet again, that comes down to lack of education, where that money mismanagement of money. When you get a profit, you should be reinvesting it into the business, and it's like basically like flipping. Like if I go and I get some sweeties and I sell them and I make a $50 profit. Instead of pocketing that $50, I put it back inside of the business, buy more sweeties, and then I
You look
work
to me
on
more
doubling
profit.
my right,
Yeah,
look to make more profit. So all of these are fundamental things that I believe elude people because we don't have the solid education and foundation. We are basically feeling around in the dark because we don't have, or we were not born into the companies that other people would have born into. Like for example, the people who own Oran, that is over 100 years old. So it's only obvious that the people inherited that company. They don't know how it started, but they will get the knowledge from the previous elders, though. You
well,
understand? And learn the ins and
touching
out.
that topic there. Touching that topic there along the lines of generational wealth. That's very important. Passing
Uh-huh.
on business to or building a business for your future. So,
Right.
for instance, you might got children. You might got a nephew or someone who is interested in the field, but you want to maximize in this business. The average person and the average everyone going to the white man lane, but the white man
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
will do this and pass this down to his son, who gonna pass it down to another his son and go
Right.
down the line. It can remain the family business. They can continue to profit from this business. But I find that as black people we don't do that enough.
Well,
We don't do that enough.
what I can say is in that regard, because I thought about it a lot over the years, and I feel like the issue is even though that we tell our children, okay, let's say for example, I started uh, a mechanic shop. That is obviously a very difficult type of work. It is something that requires a lot of physical labor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I begin the business. It becomes great. I get a contract from like rentals. I get your patronage with a contract that you bring a vehicle to me whenever it needs servicing,
Yeah.
whatever. My daughter comes up. She goes into school. She says, "My daddy, I don't really like mechanics. I don't want to do mechanics." And then we allow the children to just go on and do whatever, and they go and basically work for somebody else. You know what? As you were saying tonight, and as Rico, sorry said tonight, big up Rico. What they are saying is there's always an aspect of business that needs fresh ideas, fresh eyes, fresh mentalities. So let's say my daughter wanted to be an accountant. Why is she not then investing that accounting into my mechanic business? I could always find
Correct.
youngsters from the polytechnic to come and be my apprentices and then eventually
Yeah.
groom somebody. She doesn't have to be the person that is the person I'm grooming to do the physical work, but that is where we fall short as parents as well. We have people who have companies or who started businesses, and the children do not reinvest their knowledge back into the company, whether or not they want to do the physical labor or the physical job.
Yeah.
And that is where we fall short because those children, those white children will go to UV and whatever, go and get the fancy degrees, maybe whatever, but they're going back to the family business and investing the next 50 years to that business so that it
Correct.
lasts another 50 years. That is what we have to understand is a legacy mentality that we as a black community need to have when it comes to our businesses that we create. Is about
Correct.
making sure that when I start something, my daughter doesn't have to go and ask somebody for a job. She
Succession
already has
planning.
something.
Succession planning is always important in any business because you could be offering a great product. That business could be helping your family to make ends meet or making
Mm-hmm.
your family's ends meet for more years. You might start a little job, whatever, somewhere and making a little money and what's not. And still, well, then my first job making money. I still know what to do. My fathers do. I still understand
Right,
it, but you don't want to do it because people don't want these sort of jobs. Oh,
right.
this hard work. I could sit down at AC and work, or I could go somewhere else and work way more comfortable than working for my father. But people don't understand the seriousness of what being self-employed is and how
Mm-hmm.
it beneficial to them in the long run. Now, Rico said
Uh-huh.
something just now with regards to banking. No,
Right.
is he's very right. At most financial institutions in Barbados, they do offer free financial advice when it comes to business. You can contact a business officer at most institutions to have a conversation about business and structure and how to go in the right direction and what the steps to take and that sort of thing. And it's usually free of charge. I can speak from most institutions. I know from my end it is free of charge, and you can sit down and understand what with officers understand like what it takes to get your business to the next level, or where
Mm-hmm.
you can save money, where you can be assisted in like startup, where you can be assisted in different stages. Like when you become a mature business, if you having problems, if you need assistance, you have to get a bank account. If you want to receive payments via check, if you want to receive payments via debit card machine, credit card machines, online payments, that sort of thing, you can sit down and have that conversation at any point in time in most financial institutions.
Yeah, I want to
Um,
address something here. So, Nilsa underscore Charlene says it's not always possible. People are also allowed to have their own dream as well. She has a friend whose mother longed for her to be in her business, but she simply did not have the deed for it. This is my thing, right? To especially, I speaking directly to Nilsa Charlene right now, underscore
big,
Charlene.
bigger
The
news. So,
fact, the fact is, at the end of the day, we are not speaking about every single black-owned business. I do understand that. Let's say, for example, my daughter might want to be a surgeon. How is that going to tie back into mechanics? I understand that. But what I'm saying is, let's say she was an accountant. You can go and have your 9 to 5 job and everything, but you can still invest time, effort, and energy into the company that or the business that I have with the fact that you are doing accounting. So I do know it is unrealistic of me to believe that every single black owned business is going to be run by its children. But let's be honest. Let me be clear here. Cole Williams and people being run by family members. Because you know what? We have a legacy to continue to create. We always make excuses for why we don't do something. It is time for us to start mimicking the mentality of the people who are actually getting ahead. And we need to recognize that in order for us, not because when I go, whatever job I have, I can't say, oh well, baby girl, the job that I had at XYZ place, that's yours. That's yours to inherit. It is not. But however, when I create something, that
Correct.
is hers to inherit. So people need to start putting into the mentality of their children, what I have created, you need to invest in and continue and pass on. That's all I'm saying.
But I get
That's
Yusuf's
all I'm
point
saying.
because it's not physically possible for you might want the best for your child or what's not. You might want your child to come out and do this, but the child got a different vision. That's not what they want to be. You got your own
Uh-huh.
dreams, you got your own aspirations.
Right.
But at the end of the day, your point is also very valid, and I see both sides of the coin. Businesses in general need structure,
Yeah.
in a situation like what you were referring to with the family business, if you know that your family member does not want to invest into the business, I know you can probably go down a different lane.
Hmm.
Because it's not you can't force somebody to join your business if they don't want to join.
Right.
You probably gotta go down a different lane. You can go probably
Mhm.
approach. You might got a
Well,
nephew. You might got another family member.
I
I'm
guess
interested.
when it comes down to it, I feel this, and this is just
You-
obviously
But Chad, you
speculative.
know you can also sell your businesses online.
Yeah, I
And that,
understand, and
and
that
that's
happens
another
sometimes. That
option.
happens sometimes. But you know what we might have to do to get the people into the mentality is telling that we gonna rate them out the will. You know, oh, you don't want to invest in baby, we gonna rate you out the will. Maybe that's what some rich families do. Oh, you don't want to
Yeah,
be in this business?
but
Well, yeah,
but but generational wealth
that's just me
is
talking. That's just me
very
talking
important. We
some crap. But
we
you know how
don't
it goes.
but we don't look at these situations as serious as most other people look at generational wealth. Generational, I can't be making a
Mhm.
business of a certain nature, reputation, build a brand, all that for nothing, and not be able to pass it on to my child.
Right, right. Our
You understand?
children.
Our children.
Right.
It
Right,
that
right. Ricky Bobby making some good points here. So too, he said you have to understand too though the level of business, which is very true. That's why he was saying that I do understand that every single aspect, every single black-owned business that is created will not be sustainable in the future for somebody to pick up and decide that, oh, I want to invest my time into this because it can grow into something. He made a valid point there because he said if my dad was cold, it simply wouldn't even make sense for me to consider building something else. That's very true. Because what Cole has created is something that, like, I mean, it makes absolutely no sense you venturing out to be something different. You know what I'm saying? So that is important. But let me talk about we black people though. I want to large off a lot of the community on Facebook because I saw the the dragging that Boatyard received regarding the very poor customer service. We all
mhm.
had probably had a situation with it because I did as well. Whenever my family would visit from overseas, they sometimes will go to the Boatyard and you would
Yeah,
notice the behavior, the separatism, the segregation, the 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 blatant disregard for people being on the location and stuff like that if you don't fit the criteria of what they want as patronage. And
correct.
what this is what I'm going to say to everybody right now because we could talk about Boatyard, we could talk about NASCO, we could talk about Shafet, we could talk about whatever. What I'm going to say to the black people that are here tonight, what we got to understand is that talk time for a lot of these things is over. It is time now for us to be in an action mode. It is going to be difficult. It is going to be uncomfortable because we gotta venture outside we comfort zones. But the bottom line is we gotta affect these people bottom line. That's the only language that these people
So,
speak.
but you
So,
know, but
uh,
try, you know why Boyard come over this, because they don't have their clientele that they would
right, they
usually
don't
have.
have the tourists, yeah.
They don't
So
have
they're
tourists
relying on
anymore.
the
They're relying on
relying on
locals to keep them
the
afloat,
patronage of the
right?
locage.
The people
But
that
that's what I'm
they,
saying. But that's why
the
I
people
say
that
sorry
they
for cutting
didn't,
you off.
but the people that
Sorry
they
about that. You
didn't
go ahead.
regard, the people that they don't regard as the most valuable clientele, and that's
Uh-huh.
because they're classifying people, and that's the first
Uh-huh.
stage. You classifying
Bro,
people
let me
based
tell you
on
this, right? Keita, there's way trying to help you to understand right now. We could sit down here and we could talk about and debate over what it is that they're doing, why it is they do what they do. But to be
yeah,
real honest with you, I just don't give a shit no more. In my mind, in my mental space right this minute, amidst everything that has cascaded because of the George Floyd murder and so on, and everything that has happened even before George Floyd,
correct.
my mentality is as simple as this. We as a black community have to stop spending our money with these people, seek out our own,
Black owned
and
businesses.
affect their bottom line. Because when you affect their bottom line, that's the only time that they are going to be willing to have conversation. And at that point in time, we don't want to have a conversation, because when we
But
wanted to have a conversation, you didn't interested in
but
talking to
you're
us.
right.
You separated us, you segregated us, you made us feel like we weren't adequate. So you know what? We are going to be vegan. This is what I keep saying all the time: short-term suffering for long-term gain. We
Correct.
have to get away from the fact that, oh, I want to go. It's easy for me to just drive through Shafet and get money and get food. Come home and cook for your people. It is something that we did before. You know what? I can tell one of this too. When Shafet had to close down, what happened? We had to survive without it.
We live, and we was comfortable too.
We
But
were
people
forced
don't
to
know.
survive without it. We were
Mm,
forced to survive without it. So
mm.
why now that it's open? Why are people flocking to it like if it's like some kind of saving grace? So
But you
I
know
just keep
what?
telling
Try,
people,
try
in
the
order for
reason, the
change to
reason,
take
yeah,
place.
no, the reason that
Mm,
happening, right, is because the black owned businesses that we, the black
uh,
people, maintain, we gonna raise the level of how we offer service. We are
right, I
offering levels.
agree.
We said
I agree.
we got people that are working in Shafet and start working in Shafet.
Uh-huh.
Understand how I've been there and experienced that before. Come on, start their own businesses or go work for somebody else. I ain't looking to raise the bar for black people, because
Bro,
we narrow minded. We ain't thinking about that. We thinking about
bro.
we can kind of do what we want to think, because we gonna make we want money. We gotta
Listen,
get
let
to
me
the
show you
level.
this.
We could get to the level, but if it ain't impossible,
I
to
agree with
start
you. I
to
deal with you
start start from
100%. But
somewhere.
we got Rico here, and my man Titus in the thing. Rico says, I love supporting local black businesses, but I won't tolerate their lack of professional service. 100%. Like I was saying before, when it is that you look for a local black business and they are not moving with the right speed, let me move off of them and we find somebody else. Moving on to Titus. They got delivery cars and Beijing celebrate like they won the lotto, and that's another thing. You
And
see
that's
that?
already
You see that? You see that? All of that forwarding of the information online was free publicity for
free
Shafet
publicity, free
off the
advertising,
back of black people.
free advertising. And we as
Why
black
don't
people know.
you? So then why don't you?
We,
Why don't you? Like how you got your business. Whenever you, even before we start this podcast, Kita, I do a party. But when you used to send me the flyer for Barely Sober Entertainment, I used to
correct.
put it on my
Like you
WhatsApp status
story, WhatsApp
because it's
status.
you. Because it's you.
Because we
I
ain't
know you
pushing
and
one other
everything.
business.
But we got push one another. We got
We ain't
done
doing
with this
that.
thing with pushing all of these people and getting a net and big man, this man went and buy a fleet of cars amidst a lockdown though. When no money
Yeah,
didn't turn in. Were you telling me
correct.
you
Correct.
are outraged about that?
But we
You
won't.
as a black
But we
community
won't.
ain't outraged about that?
Nah, the people
Come
ain't
on,
looking at
man.
that. But people, I ain't want to go to like the people being woke. People ain't studying that. Child, me know personally, like my sole purpose is to help people grow businesses, help people with their businesses. That's made me feel good as a person. Because one is my job, but two, me as a person, I love to see people come from nothing and get big or grow up. or grow past their expectations. Every day on IG, I promote one black business or two black business. No, but
Right.
every day I know I push somebody black business. And people don't do that. I don't know why people don't do that because the only way for people to get out there is if we put them out there. If we help them to grow their business. We help them advertise. We could go and post hello cars 24/7. If I get new cars, to take a picture and post, we sharing that. Why we sharing that? Shafaz give you something free? Why we sharing that?
Then a profit for you. Then a profit in you forwarding that message, but there's profit for them though, and that's what I mean. The exchange is just isn't fair. I
But
guess
you but
Janelle Bruce. Janelle Bruce
but
just
you
said
but you
something.
brother from but you brother from out
Uh
the street. You brother from out the
huh.
street. Got a little business. He sell
Right.
wings. He sell all these. He sell food on a daily. But we can't push. We
Are you
can't
on
push you on the
posting? Are you
story.
on posting that?
We can't
What
force
we
you.
got? We Janelle Bruce says something here. It's not just the attitude or lack of manners. It's also the lack of e-commerce, not having enough manpower to cover each area of the business, etc. A lot of blacks just don't trust each other. That's very true. And I actually had this conversation with a friend today who owns a business. He deals with fixing cell phones and so on. I told him that I do understand that he probably has a lot of requests from people, but he needs to be better when it comes to getting back to people. You know, like he would say, "Oh, I can get back to you on this. I can see if I have this," and then he doesn't. But I guess it could be just he's swamped with work, lack of manpower, and just like she said, lack of e-commerce, which was one of the things that I was pushing for UpInsideYuh from the time that we started. Start emailing me, let me know when I want we talk about, let me know how I'm feeling about it because we want to hear from them. So we know full
Well,
well that we have to
I
step it up though
and
in terms
I
of the
could speak
black
I could
service.
speak on that. I could speak on that too because
Uh-huh.
is a business is nothing easy. But when you're working for yourself and understanding how your business operates, you're gonna understand that you are your business and your reputation is a major part of the business. So like your man that not getting about people as busy as he is,
Mm-hmm.
right back to what I said, the customer is still the customer. I
Right,
ain't saying that the customer always right or that you go kiss the customer ass 24/7, but the customer is always the
right,
customer. No,
right,
e-commerce and that's a major part. No, especially given COVID hit the world and people want to sell things online on the website and people go understand that banks offer these services and they need to know to approach your banker, which I'm a little plug there, your
right.
boy, but
Plug
approach
it,
your banker
plug it,
uh,
plug it.
approach approach your banker to apply for e-commerce. It is something
Mm-hmm.
possible. People out there got challenges because they ain't payment. Somebody coming, but you always time asking to pay by card, but you don't want to be bank to ask a card machine. These are things
Uh-huh.
that your customers see as availability and easy access, and you should be approaching your financial institution to get one of these put in place. Even though it might be a small cost to you, long
Mm-hmm.
term it helps your business. People that's paying more money is a proven fact when they select their card. You might come to buy
Right,
something, and because you got your card, you can spend more money because you got a card. And it's
right.
just probably mentality or a mindset of humans, but you feel more inclined to spend more money when you got a card. And as a business owner, you gotta look at the streams of income, the way you collect money, and what your cash flow is like when it
All
comes to
right.
this.
We got another thing here so that I want to just underscore Danny said, why be outraged by Shafet doing everything you are saying you wish black owned businesses would do? We should be seeing that as an example of what to do and how to do. Okay, you have basically made a statement and you answer what is that well what the line that I will go down. I am not saying be outraged by Shafet, be outraged to the point that you don't patronize their business. What I'm saying is the black community has to start holding accountability for some of our fall shorts. We have to understand that in order for us as a people to move forward, we have to support one another. But this is what I can say to you right now. You remember that had oh shoot, what was the name of the business place that started when Shafet and one of his managers did I think that our a business partner the part ways. It was a company that had come up and then it disappeared, man. Of another fast food, Big John's. Big
Big
John's is what the
John's,
name.
right,
Big
right beside
John's.
Sports Center, Stone.
So
Big
this is
John's.
my thing. So this is my thing. You see how this guy created an entire business off of the back of the knowledge of what he had with Shafet booming business. But if a black man goes next to Shafet and Carrot, people gonna look past you though. We ain't gonna support him. And this is what I am trying to explain to people. I ain't got no hatred in my heart for nobody in the business. That's not my thing. But what I'm saying to my black people is support your own
Support
first.
on just a hope we support
Put
Shafat,
them,
support we on.
put them as your forefront. You know what? I want something. I want a kit. Let me find a black owned business. I want a pack of nails to build my house. Let me find a black hardware store. I want hair or whatever. If you're a lady that's deal with hair, let me find a black woman that they sell the hair and everything. Put black people and black businesses first. I get that we know
And try
that the issue is that customer
the thing
service
is
is an
very
issue. That's something we could work on, but put your black people first. And then when you can't find that in your black community, then you could step outside. And then you know what you're supposed to do when you realize that you gotta step outside for something. Start creating that something that we got a hole in
because
our
we gonna
circle
support because
that
we
is
gonna buy
what to
black.
do.
We gonna
We're
buy black,
talking
we gonna
about.
support black.
We're talking about.
I actually watched a YouTube video today, a TED Talks and a poll on how black owned businesses operate globally and how the black people support black businesses, how long money takes to turn around in a black business, as opposed to how long money takes to turn around in an Indian business, a white business, uh, any Asian, any type of business. It shows you. So, like for instance, globally in black community, money
Mhm,
is take 6 hours to turn around in black community, right?
mhm,
In a white community, money is take a month to turn around. So for instance, a white man spend $6 here with you,
mhm.
and that $6 can go through different hands of the white community around for a
Right,
month before it touch any other community. For us black
right.
people, we got 6 hours. We money
And
should be
that's
touching black.
crazy.
We money should be touching black people every single time it turn around. We should be at
That's
two
it.
months. Anything. We shouldn't
But
be
you, but
going
you
outside
know,
black
you
people.
know as well, right? You know as well that we around the same age group, so you would have seen it as well. You know when the Indians and the Syrians migrated to Barbados, they were living in
Yeah,
the same communities as us. They did not have the spending power that they currently have, but
correct,
that's how you build enterprises, build businesses, build wealth. Because what
correct.
you do is you create a circle where within that circle, as you said, money is turned. Money is constantly turned in all different sectors of business. And what you do is when you realize the money has to leave your community to go elsewhere because your community does not have that good or service within it, what they must do, they must close the gap, they must close the leak of money going out by creating that something.
Yeah, correct.
So that's why I said to people when I purchasing parts for my car, you know who is going to first? Mark's Auto Spares, because that is a black owned business. If Mark does not have that part and I have to go elsewhere, then I go elsewhere.
Nah,
But I
you're gonna
seek out Mark
you get
first. Let me but
another black
let me big up Trident Cuts, Barber Studio as well. We sponsor, and what happened?
correct.
Oh
Yeah,
shoot, the life ended. Shoot, I forget about that whole thing being married again. Rough here. Log back in there, so on the what? Uh man. Uh
correct, correct, correct. Yeah, I got you covered. Yeah, I got you covered, man.
Obviously.
Correct. Plug in, man.
Yeah, I was on already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, man. All these, I you know what going on. I got my thing on to not disturb, and it's
Still
still
again, but still
vibrating.
again. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just want people to join the shop. So we could push forward and
Oh, I
hopefully
can't
some
see
more
it
about
as
that.
yet.
But yeah, we about live, man. I see everything here, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Welcome
yeah.
back to the sports. We get a little too deep into the podcast there and playing around on us, but we about like we never left, you know.
Yeah, we're
But
going on, Eric. Big up your chest, brother.
yeah, so we about bi-
Yeah,
just before
so
we went off,
what we was talking about?
we were bigging up our different trading cuts
Trident Cuts,
sponsors.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
a
bigging up our
big shout
different
out to
trading cuts.
Trident Cuts Barber Studio
Yeah,
for the sponsorship, Black One here,
yeah.
Barber in Business,
Barber Studio.
Barber in Studio.
Yeah,
Yard off yourself anywhere you're there right now, Andrew. And good night to the wifey as well. Cause you know
correct,
we gotta always keep remembering we gotta big up the Black Queens because
correct.
them is who sell everything to shine pretty. You understand?
Yeah,
Cause we men rough and we dull, and it's them that shine up we. You understand? So boom, big up
but
your chest
anyways,
anywhere it is.
back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
I ain't here to bash nobody or get on
Nah,
a
we ain't in
negative.
that
What
business.
I
You know,
want to do, what I want to
obviously, we just
do,
get there. But you don't know,
yeah,
man. The truth is, right? We looking to big up ourselves, and we looking, and you see, that's what I push the narrative of seeking out black business first.
yeah.
That's what we gotta put every
But you think it's great.
mentality first.
I want people to help big up black businesses. I want people to be saying where we can share.
Ooh,
Um,
Rico, just don't make a sweet point there, boy. Look, Rico, I feel like I can go message you one side, man, because I had a really good conversation with Crystal regarding this. Your sister, Kita,
yeah,
regarding
uh,
the plot twist that he put up, saying some
yeah.
businesses such as Chefette employ a significant number of black people. So if we shift our support, people will be unemployed.
But
That's something that
we ain't saying not to support Shafat. I just
right,
said
you know.
all they saying.
Uh-huh.
I ain't saying not support.
All right, that's Ramal there in the background, people. So uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I don't know if one of men they see my Facebook post though regarding that because I spoke on the fact that what happens is we as a community, our livelihoods and our success in life is too intricately weaved into the companies that are not owned by us. So then when we speak out against certain things or we challenge people to do something different, we actually shoot ourselves in the foot because, as you said, a lot of people are dependent on the support
Correct.
of a job from this company. So you see, go ahead. Damn it. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Right. Mhm. For the long term. Hmm.
People in chat say they can't hear you though.
I was only saying that from Nilsa. Is other people saying that they can't hear? Is only Nilsa saying they can't hear him? Hmm.
But back to what we're saying though,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
ain't
Keita, go
saying
ahead.
not to support. I ain't saying not to support nobody. I just
Ah,
saying the same energy that we got to support others, we should support our own, and that's the bottom line. We need support, and we ain't supporting our own self. We need to support. They got saying, they say
oh,
God helps those who help themselves. We
uh-huh.
need to help ourselves. We ain't helping ourselves. We need to
Right,
help ourselves. So the man on the street, you're Neil Tech, you're a hairdresser,
uh-huh.
you're barber, bigger them up,
Right.
post the
All the
page,
time. Push the
support them,
page,
recommend to a
support
friend.
them, follow them, like them,
Correct.
comment on the page, forward it to your people because we can make this thing real big, you know. It
Yeah,
because we made other things big by forwarding their stuff
yeah,
just because we want to be the ones up front to say, oh, I had that video first though. You
yeah.
understand?
Or the
Start
same way
supporting
the
your
same
one
way we
another.
could post the same way we could post motivational quotes about things online or jokes
Yeah,
or whatever. We
right.
could post each other page. Ain't taking that off you to post it.
It does
It's
not.
not. It's
It
not
does
taking
not.
you to
And
post
you
it.
know what? You know what I say all the time, right, Keita? We are here not only to bring up the already myriad number of of situations that exist. We're here to offer solutions and pass to solutions. So what I can challenge everybody to do from tonight forward, if you have not already been doing it, start promoting pages for people that have businesses that are black owned, services, goods. Push them, have a conversation about the same thing. Or right, I was talking about the website or is a page, is an Instagram page. I don't know what it is, but you sent it to me earlier tonight just before we came on. There,
Yeah, yeah. I can afford.
blackflip.co.
We can post it
This
on the
is
page when we finish. One of my customers
uh-huh.
actually, and a good friend of mine, sent me that with regards to our podcast, but it was kind of late when I received it too. But
Right, right.
I can post it after where you can see businesses of what nature and that are black owned on the
Uh-huh.
global scale. So
And that's
it's
what we
really
have to
important.
do. That is important. If we can create avenues that where people can go to, like a website, to notice, okay, I want to find a black hardware store. You just type in hardware and boom, one or two or three or maybe four hardware stores pop up that people can patronize. So, like I said, if you have the challenges for today are support a black business, seek them out first. Let's get on the situation about creating a website that we can all go to and support to find black businesses first before we go outside of black business. And then also, I want um, I want my creative people with websites and everything to start creating things where we can go and find these things because the issue is sometimes we always say, oh, well, I didn't know that this business that exists, I never hear about them. That is what we need to start filling.
But
We need to fill that
what I
gap.
also want to add, what I also want to add to what you're saying, as it pertains to the small business owners that are out there. You might be a new business, the same way you were making a point format. Just know, have a vision.
Mhm.
Start. You don't have to start big. You can start on a small scale. Create a business plan. Have an idea of what structure you want your business to take up. Understand? You can have slow days. You can have busy days. You can understand stock taking, all these the essential parts of any business. If you don't understand it, there are plenty of YouTube videos, intro to entrepreneurship, intro to small business. You could watch a video which explains it step by step for you. It real simple.
Right.
I ain't saying it easy, but to
No,
watch
it's
the
not.
video and gain the knowledge from the video is simple. It's just putting it into play. No, start small, get a business plan. Business plan,
Right.
have the idea of what your projections are going to be, what you're going to make from the business, or what you're estimating to make based on the products that you sell. Understand what your market is like, what your portfolio is going to be like, who your customers are going to be, which are people you're going to target. Those are all key parts that anybody that looking to start a business should understand. Understand you need for a bank account, you need to approach the bank. Financing, you might have a big vision, but you may not be there yet. Understand what stage you need to go to get financing. That sort of stuff is in the works, and most people have the right ideas, but the structure is really where people don't fall. And I think that that is the direction that most people should pretty much try to go towards when they are trying to come off the ground. I mean, you might be real good at what you do, but the execution and your strategy of your business might be shitty and it don't work out. And that's the bottom line. That's really the bottom line. So
Hmm.
go for instance our structure.
All right. So tell me what you want the people to walk away. Well, I guess I mean walk in, but sign out of
Yeah.
this particular life. What path to a solution or possible solution that we should be offering the people? Because like I said, I challenge them to post, and you said that as well. Challenge
Mm.
everybody to
The
post a
post the
black
black
business
business.
at least
I
a
buy
day,
black.
at least every day.
Buy black.
Seek out black owned businesses first before you step outside. And we definitely gonna be working on that website. I so glad that that came to my mind. That's something that we can definitely work on
Look,
because
also what you want people to do is when somebody is doing a good job, tell them that they're doing a good job. Don't only approach people when
right,
it's a new buy happens.
right.
You might get something good for somewhere or a black owned business, and you might not take it as well. This way do a real good deed. You might not go by and tell the
Mhm.
person, but that is a major part for a business owner. A lot of that
Yeah,
fuels what gases the actual business owner to go to another element
right.
in the
Another
job.
level and everything.
Tell
Yeah,
people when they're doing a good job. If I
I
know
enjoy reading those things, especially on
people
Facebook.
right, because when people doing a bad job, we be quick to be like, yeah,
Yep.
this is
And the
horrible, this
negativity
is
goes
crap. And
further.
negativity
That's the
goes
next
further.
thing.
But when people doing a good job,
Yeah.
we don't like to promote the person when they're doing a good job. And we need to
You
do
know
that
what's
more.
messed up? You know what's messed up? When I see a negative comment about a particular business, like a service that was done, that thing will get like 20 something shares. But then when somebody writes a really encouraging, really nice situation that they experience in terms of customer service from a
Mm,
black business, you see like one share, maybe one
correct.
share,
We
because
don't
the
do enough.
negativity always fuels and goes further than the positivity, and that's the narrative too that we gotta change, right? So, but at the end of it all, I was saying from the beginning, for some of the people who came in late, negative feedback is something that people that have businesses need to absorb,
Yeah,
see where
because
they're falling short, and
people don't want
step
to
up
see
from there.
criticism well. But people don't see criticism well. People need to start seeing. I know people need to start seeing. It would be better for persons to start seeing criticism as an avenue to grow.
Mm,
Criticism doesn't mean that your business is ended. If somebody comes and criticizes something, you don't have to respond with the same energy. You understand? Yes, absorb it, but at the end of the day, you have to understand you were criticized for a reason and use that as an opportunity to grow. So just don't just say, all right, cool, I can take that feedback and not act on it. Criticism is an opportunity to grow. And a lot of businesses are stuck at one stage because they can't take constructive criticism.
mhm.
And that's just what it is.
I was just reading something that Nika was saying. Nika is saying, how difficult is it to find a good black-owned business in a predominantly black country? She that's my cousin from the United States,
Okay.
and I have been telling her that I want her to come back and create a business and everything. And what she's saying is very true. The fact that we are a predominantly uh, black country, and and it's so difficult to find black-owned businesses because of quality issues or availability or whatever the case may be. That actually is very ironic.
Yeah.
Was this? I am turned off by when people blast you on social media. What do you mean, Nilsa? I ain't 100% sure what you mean by that. Some people deliver it to. Yeah, I ain't sure what you mean right there, so Nilsa. But I guess we could look to wrap up the show here. So now, we just want to continually say thank you to each and every
Okay.
person who takes the time out to come on to the live, comment,
Yeah, we
be a
appreciate
part of
y'all for real.
everything.
Really
We
appreciate y'all.
having a lot of people that are becoming regulars, and we are very very appreciative of you taking the time out, sharing the information when we do send out the flyers, alerting people what topics we're gonna be tackling. I really want to say thank you to Rico and to Titus, even though he wasn't as
Yeah, he in
available
class.
tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
because
actually
he in
was in class.
class, and everybody else that came out, all the new people, all of the regulars. We just want to say thank you for
Big
coming
thank
out
you.
and sticking with us, man. We definitely want to keep bringing the quality content, quality conversations, and not only highlighting issues, but also bringing solutions. That is what I want us to really be pushing solutions for each of these issues. I don't ever want us to come on and just have constant back and forth debates about issues and we get nowhere. At the end of every show, I want us to not only highlight issues, but we highlight possible solutions. So
Yeah. I also want
we
to say
definitely did.
a big thank you again to everybody. Continue to buy black and support black people. And in general, we need to be more open to ideas. Well, it might be good ideas by you, but we need to be more open to ideas and not just criticize things from the get go.
Right.
Support black businesses. I can't say enough. I know we have our takeaways from tonight's session. Push
Yeah.
black pages, push black businesses, support black, and I believe that too will be the solution to the plans in our country once again. We see
Right.
already in the pandemic who has been open and who has survived. The entrepreneurs. We've
You
seen
see
the
recall comment?
we've seen the persons we've seen the persons me telling business to pay taxes.
Yeah.
That too. But we've seen who's been there in the times of COVID when the high end places weren't open. Who was open for us? The corner shops, the black owned businesses, and so on.
Right.
Support
Right.
black. Don't
Continue
switch
to
it no.
support them.
Don't switch
Continue
it
to
no.
support them
Continue to
because they
support
were the
black.
ones there for you. They were the
Exactly.
ones that was
When we
there
had
for
the best
you
furniture,
when
then was
everything
there.
is shut down. Be there for them
Correct.
now. That's what it's
Correct.
all about.
Correct.
Definitely,
So
man. That's a real good point. That's a good point.
So with that being said, I want to say a pleasant good night. Thanks for hanging with us. I know
Yeah.
the comments are going well. No,
Yeah,
but
they're definitely going well. They got me laughing. I want to send a special shout out to my little baby girl. She's gonna be 14 tomorrow. That's why she was there
oh,
so posing off of me. Yeah,
shit.
so I just want to say happy birthday and I guess advance to her.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. But I want
Thank
happy birthday. So
you.
have a great night, guys. I hope to see you guys again pretty soon.
Yeah,
Also subscribe to our channels.
correct.
Up inside you on
YouTube.
Instagram. Yeah, up inside you
Yep,
on YouTube. You can see our last episode is Trading Cuts in the barber studio itself. Our interview with Andrew Lorraine, CEO of Trading Cuts. You can
yep.
also view our last lives and so on the YouTube page as well. So please
Happy
feel free to
birthday.
subscribe and send any of your suggestions on topics we want us to discuss on the
Yeah,
Instagram.
send it to us.
You can DM us on Instagram or you can email
Hmm.
us. It would be
Yeah,
preferable for you to
definitely.
DM, but as that might be the more feasible option. But we prefer to either DM us or email us. So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a good night. I have
Yeah,
a great
man. Good
one.
night, everybody. Have a
All
great
right.
weekend.
Take care.